My name is Jeff Lee. I am one of the owners of Bee Zen Apiaries and Swan Valley Honey.
My name is Amanda Goodman-Lee and I am co-owner of Bee Zen Apiaries and Swan Valley Honey.
We live in Creston Valley, where we're a commercial operation. We produce a lot of the honey for the Kootenay area. We also send to the Vancouver and to the Okanagan markets. So Amanda and I got into beekeeping about a dozen years ago.
Jeff said, I have a couple books on beekeeping I thought it'd be fun to do in retirement. And we decided not to wait, and we took a class and started out with 2 hives, and now we have all of this.
Beekeepers in the Lower Mainland have had a secret weapon. It's called iotron industries. It turns out that if you subject brood comb from a hive to a low-grade electron beam that iotron produces, it will actually kill all of the pathogens that reside in your hives.
We noticed how they immediately spread out over the frames, really got to work. It was a different experience.
So in the case of British Columbia, iotron is a wonderful resource for starting as a baseline of having clean equipment. However, here in the Kootenays, the cost of transporting that down to the coast is quite expensive. The project that the provincial government has funded for this last year and for this year involves the transport subsidy for beekeepers throughout the West, Central, and East Kootenays. If you ask me what's the outcome of that, it is that you have a lower level of diseases residing in the Kootenay beekeepers now.
So by bringing that and being able to do that with the community here, I think that it's really helpful. And when talking to some of the beekeepers that participated in the program, they also seem to notice a difference as well.
It's good for us. It's also really good for the bees, because when you put a colony, a new colony, for example, into a newly sanitized box, you will notice your bees just go boom. They just grow up really fast. So it's a really good way of giving our bees a fighting chance at starting their new lives. We're in the 2nd year of a project involving feeding mycological extracts or extracts of wild mushrooms to our bees. Viruses are one of the absolute biggest problems we have for bee health. Our interest in this project is to try and improve the health of our honeybees and therefore extending it to the health of bees in operations throughout British Columbia.
I learned a lot from the scientific mentors that taught me on their own projects. So we set them up the same way.
So we have control hives that are fed simply sugar syrup and no extract. We have others that are fed extracts. We started out with half of our hives had come in as packages from Australia, where in order to bring those hives into Canada, they had to have low varroa levels, and ergo we think that maybe they also had low viral loads. So we didn't see the kind of starting viral loads that we really had hoped to. In combination with year 2, which is the winter and spring feeding, we think that that's where the real results will be shown up. So the update for us right now is we're about to start year 2, and it's going to get very busy for us. The BBC program has actually helped to elevate those very issues that we're talking about when we talk about bee health, whether it is new research into how to reduce viruses, which is what we're doing, or in terms of sterilizing your equipment so that you reduce the viral loads or the pathogen loads, or if it's even things like creating pollinator-friendly pathways or areas. Those are all things that I think the public needs to see that needs to be done in order for us to protect the health of our pollinator friends.